Guys, welcome back. I hope you're all doing very well. First of all, let me thank you guys for 340 subscribers. We are getting there very quickly. Remember, 1k is the goal as per usual, but you know, it is awesome seeing that number climb up. And in that same breath, please remember to subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, or if you find anything useful, entertaining, or whatever the case may be. Just help me out on my journey. It is very much appreciated. So I have some new sub buttons and stuff like that that pops up in the videos, but you know, it's not that big of a deal, but it looks nice. And I have a new outro thing as well. But anyways, so in today's video, a COD build, and it is the long-awaited Jackal, the king of pretty much everything in this game. This Jackal is insanely overpowered in every single regard. I cannot think of a gun that is better than this gun. Sometimes maybe the Saug, because it has a little bit more stability, but overall I cannot think that the Jackal will ever be outgunned or outclassed. It's just insanely good gun. Now, once again, the background gunplay is still a Jackal, it's just a very different setup than what I'm going to show you guys. Because of course I was experimenting, finding out what works, what doesn't work, etc, etc. But this is just some good old-fashioned gameplay for you guys with the Jackal. It's just very good. So I'm going to be covering two different variants of the gun. I'm going to be covering the normal Jackal, which is the unsuppressed version, and then a VMP suppressed Jackal. Now the reason why I bother actually covering the VMP variant, as they're both like with the Model L, I didn't cover the Warrior's Blood or the Snake or whatever it is because that the iron sights make a significant difference when it comes to the VMP compared to the normal Jackal. And it's just one of those things, you know, like I said, if it was a pay to win or a paid skin, I would have made much of a bigger hoo-ha, I guess, about it. But you can earn the VMP version in-game by just playing and leveling up and hitting prestige 7, level 50 I think, or 8. Can't remember which one was, but one of those two I think, and then you actually get this variant. Now, it doesn't make the gun stronger, but it does give you a better iron sight to work with, so that's why we're going to be running for 2 of the builds. But anyways, so I hope that you guys enjoy the gameplay. I will see you all again in the build segment, and then we will speak again after that.
Hardpoint identified. Aquinaldo authorized the next on strike. Hardpoint is active. TACOM, I need eyes overhead.
Target removed.
Hardpoint is secure.
Get this show on the road.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Hostile marksman got captured. Moving with hand cannon. Clear.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Clear.
Hardpoint
Sniper
located.
is down. Drop them.
Okay, so for building the Jackal. Now, the Jackal overall is quite a versatile weapon. You can set him up in a plethora of ways and still get it to work very well, just due to how strong this gun is. Now, however, I do recommend, of course, as usual, on the muzzle that you run a compensator. I do have a different setup that I'll show straight after this one that actually uses a suppressor, which works very well for me, that I'm currently using in multiplayer as well. I use a short barrel on this setup. Now this setup is more of for speed. I know in comp you can only run 5 attachments, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do a 5 attachment build in a YouTube short, which should be linked down below. But yeah, so we also have a vertical foregrip to reduce the horizontal kick this gun has. It does have some kick after like 7-8 bullets, then it actually goes side to side quite badly. We do run a extended mag on this. Now just remember, of course, you can remove this, run whatever you want. The only thing I would say is that remember, if you're going to be running extended mag 2, this gun is going to be a lot slower. However, you're going to be having 50 rounds in a mag, but in my opinion, just having 40 rounds in a mag is more than enough. Then of course, a quick draw grip on this one. This gun, it performs well enough that you can just run a quick draw, assault, or the combination of both. I prefer the quick draw on it, but that's just my own personal take on it. If you want to run something else on the rear grip, of course you can. A balanced stock just for the overall buffs everywhere. It's just a very good stock to run on this gun. I don't recommend anything else. Flinch resistance is kind of useless on it, so this is a very good stock to run. Of course, no laser whatsoever. If you do want to run an optic, by the way, you can. This gun works pretty damn well with an optic as well. It's just some people might look at you funny because the Jackal's iron sights are really good, and especially if the VMP variant of it, then it's even better. And then of course, fire mods, we're using the recoil springs. Now I know in the background my setup may be a little bit different, but this is the setup that I would recommend for just the casual player. Now this is overall a very good setup to run. It just absolutely dominates pretty much anything in this game. This gun is very silly, and I do sincerely hope that they do nerf it down a little bit or buff the other SMGs up to this gun's level, since it is just extremely dominant in the field. Now if you really want to, you can replace the recoil springs to rapid fire. It's just remember that this gun will have a lot more kick when it comes to it, but overall rapid fire is also an extremely good choice if you can handle the recoil, which is not too bad with rapid fire. Now let me show you guys a setup for the suppressed version. Now the suppressed version, I actually use the VMP variant as well. So this is my suppressed variant of the gun. Now I do use a long barrel of this because if you change the VMP's long barrel to a different barrel, you get the normal Jackal iron sights. So if you want to keep the nice iron sight that the VMP variant of this gun has, you're going to be needing to run the long barrel. I don't know why I have a combat stock on. That should be a balanced stock. Anyways, so for the suppressed version, I run, of course, a suppressor. Kind of the point of it, isn't it? The long barrel to keep that very nice iron sight. Vertical forward grip once again. Extended mag 1 once again. Then I run the commander grip with the setup. It just feels good. Once again, you can run any which one of these. The other one is a little bit more of a aggressive gung-ho type thing because you're running unsuppressed. Just remember that running unsuppressed usually means that you are a very aggressive player. Then of course balance stock is better than the other one. I don't know why I had the other one equipped. No laser because lasers suck. And then recoil springs. Now if you guys look, you'll see that this iron sight is extremely clean compared to the normal Jackal's iron sight. This is, in my opinion, a little bit of a cheeky way to actually improve the Jackal, because I'm gonna tell you now, iron sights make a difference. If you can score an attachment slot because you have nice iron sights compared to the other version, it's a little bit cheeky, but you know what, it's an in-game reward. It's not like you need to buy it like some of these other skins, so I'm not that hard up on it. So yeah, but the suppressed version also extremely strong and very good if you want to get high streaks with. This gun can pretty much outgun anything. Close quarters, you'll still probably be outgunned by the compact, and in some situations maybe even the Saug, because the Saug is also extremely busted. But overall, I think the Jackal is probably, if not the strongest gun in the game right now. And that goes for ARs as well. This gun can pretty much dominate ARs across the map as well. It's kind of silly. But yeah, so those are the builds for it. A 5 attachment build will be in a short. Yeah, on to the rest of the video. So we got all of the builds out of the way. I hope that you guys are going to try these setups, and if I do actually have an identical setup to somebody else who's posted some builds before, just remember that I do not actually watch any builds whatsoever, like at all. I've never watched a build guide in my life when it comes to this game. I have done in like Monster Hunter World, of course, because things are a little bit more complex, but in COD it's more for the feel of it, you know. So you have to play and figure stuff out on your own to feel what is good and what isn't good. Because what works on one gun may not work on a different gun. It's strange like that. But yeah, so once again, if you guys are actually going to use any of these builds, or if you have any recommendations for the guide, build guide, different variants, if you guys like to run it a different way, please remember to comment it and I will be sure to respond. Or if I can't respond to your message, just color me impressed, I guess, if you want to put it like that. But yeah, so overall I think these two variants are suited to every single player, and I think that you guys are going to enjoy it. But yeah, if you guys do enjoy it, please remember, subscribe, house out a ton, and I will see you all again in the next video on Friday. Monster Hunter Wilds is soon, so then I will be covering that probably instead of my usual Friday cover. I don't know, we'll see how we're going to fit it into the time slots. But yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of the builds, or not the builds, the gameplay rather, and I will see you all again in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.
Those dirt bags.
Got the sniper. Let's move. Hostile marksman got careless.
Hard point located.
Got the sniper. Let's move.
Bringing in recon.
Enemy down.
Hard point active. Hard point is
Watch
secure.
out. Grenade.
Deliver care package on my location. Aquinaldo calling in UAV. Hostiles have the hard point. Going in with hand cannon.
Grenade out.
Hard point locked down. Requesting recon above. Hard point identified. TACOM, deploy counter UAV.
Clear. Sniper is down.
Hard point is active. Hard point is secure. Deploy napalm strike on my grade. All mission objectives met. Way to make me proud.
Do you think they enjoyed that as much as I did?